So we have learned about how to install one-click WordPress app on Atlantic.net cloud services. Uh, Say if you have to install cloud services, if you have to install a cloud server or WordPress on Linode, how would you do that? I'll show you the next one, Linode. Linode is another most famous cloud service providers, and things are not really simple with Linode because in Linode you do not have option to install one-click app such as WordPress. Rather, can install the server, and you have to manage it yourself. Though there are options to install WordPress through the command line, all these commands are given in documentation, very explaining in a better way. So if you click get started, you will have all the information about how to install lamp, linux, apache, mysql and php. Everything is written here, how to set up, how to start with Linode. Linode is a name given to the server, or such similar to what Vulture uh, and DigitalOcean called its server Droplet. And so every instance that you purchase, that you subscribe for, is called Droplet with DigitalOcean. With in Linode, it is called Linode. Linode has the plan is starting from $5 with 1 GB of memory. Linode, when you log into your Linode account manager, you should see this is how. Let me remove this one. Uh, so this is how you would be seeing the screen. Your dashboard would look like something this. It will ask you to select an instance, the standard instance and high memory instance, the Nanode instance. So Nanode is the most basic one, the lowest, the cheapest one, which is $5 per month, gives you 25 GB of storage, one CPU core and 1 TB of data transfer. This most The second after this one is Linode 2 GB, 2 GB. And let's just start with Nanode here, and select the location you want to deploy the server at, and add this Linode. Now the Linode is being created. It will take a minute or two to create the Linode. It's still being created. Linode is just like a space that you are renting now. Now you have to deploy a server on it before it can be usable. And there is one new thing that I'm going to show you here. Something new with Linode. It is everything is possible, but they all have to be done through command line, through SSH. You need to log in to through terminal, or if you are using Windows, you need to download Putty, which is Windows SSH client manager. And you need to log in through SSH and install LAMP, which is Linux, Apache, MySQL and PHP software stack, and then WordPress or Magento or OpenCart. All can be done, and you can restore and manage site. But if you do not need to go through content management system, you just need to install LAMP, and then you are good to go. You can upload your HTML website in the directory, the public underscore HTML directory or other directory. It will be shown here. I'll show you how it is done. But there is an easiest way to install WordPress and manage server. Like I showed you earlier, if you go with the service providers, you would only be able to install one application, one website per server, which would be really costly. If you need to install or host 5 websites with one server which has 25 GB of space and 1 GB of memory, you can easily do that using a server manager. Server manager is an online application software, or kind of online website you go to, and then connect your server, no matter where your server is located or which service provider you have subscribed to, be it Vulture, Linode, Atlantic, or DigitalOcean or Amazon, you can connect their server with the IP address and root username and password and install a server management software. So one of such server management software or the server management tool is Serverpilot.io. Serverpilot.io actually install its own management software along with LAMP or LAMP stack, which allow you to manage server and host multiple websites. It also allow you to manage DNS. So I'll show you how it is done. So I have created the Linode here, and it's a brand new. If I go to Linode, I need to deploy an operating system. So click deploy an image, and then I will select Ubuntu for 16.04 LTS, which is 64 gigabyte. Now root password, put a root password, and hit deploy. Now this is the root password and this will be used. Now it is actually going to show you the status in hot job queue. The Linode initial configuration disk create from distribution, it's creating the disk. We need to wait until all these steps have been completed. It's waiting for create disk 256 swap image also. And then the server is actually powered off right now. I need to boot the server before I can connect. The Serverpilot is simply you can go to serverpilot.io and then sign up or log in here. Once you log in, you will be able to connect the server. You will see options here, connect server. This is all you need to do. It's very easy. I'll show you. Let this be okay. Everything is created. I just need to boot the server, boot this Linode. Okay, and the status will be changed to running from powered off. Okay, so it's running now. Now I will copy the IP address because I need to connect to the IP. So let's go to the remote access tab, and this is my IP address. Copy and connect the server and root password. And this is SFTP password, which would be a new password because Serverpilot is going to create an SFTP user account which you can use to upload new website. So connect to Serverpilot. Now preparing to install Serverpilot. Now Serverpilot is going to install its own software package, server management package. So let's go here. Let's wait here. It may take a minute or two. Currently, if you try to access this web, URL, it's not accessible. Connection will be refused. But once we install the software and connect, once the Serverpilot is done installing software, and we can install WordPress as well, the IP address can be used to access the WordPress installation. So it may take a minute or two in starting installation. Alright, configuring firewall. So this is the benefit. The Serverpilot actually configure firewall, secure your server, as well as update the softwares. So you do not need to do it manually. If you do not go through this option, and if you choose to use Linode server, and you have to do everything manually, install Apache Nginx server or PHP or anything yourself, and make sure those softwares are updated, the software stacks are up to date, and also you need to be careful about the security. The firewall has to be managed by you, but this Serverpilot will minimize your it will eliminate all these tasks, minimize your work. and install all these information. Postfix mail transfer agent is a software that is used to transfer the information or contact form details at your email. So it's kind of an email service that is used by the apps and contact form on WordPress or any website that you're going to install in PHP. You can use PHP mail function to send mails using from website. Okay, I'm just configuring installing PHP, all the version of PHP 7.1, then 5.2 as well. 5.6 actually, yeah. I think it's almost done. 'Alright, so it's done. Now this IP address is ready to use for the server, but right now there is no software installed, so it won't be accessible. I need to all system go. You can now create your first app. So create an app means you are going to assign a domain and making the IP address or the domain accessible. Now if I go with the domain, let's go with the name here. Name is demo site on Linode, and then domain is going to be valley of links. But if I do not want to use domain, I can simply put in the IP address. And if I have to install WordPress, I'll just check this box. If I do not want to use WordPress and rather you're going to use a different software, or probably an static HTML website, I would simply uncheck this, leave this unchecked, and then this is going to be the server localhost, and then PHP version is 7.2, and Serverpilot is the system user. Create app. Okay, the app name cannot have, they should be lowercase. And can only have hyphen, no spaces available either. Okay, the first letter is in uppercase also. Alright, now let's create app. Alright, so the app is created. Now if I go to this website URL, your app daemon site is up. Your app daemon site on Linode is set up. Step into the web root directory to replace this file and upload your own file. So this is a default file. Now if I log in with SFTP, I can upload a site here. So this is how it is done. But let me go back here. If I want to delete this app, I can delete, and now I can create another app. Okay, I have two servers. One is localhost. Localhost is the one that on Linode. I'm gonna create another app. Name WordPress on Linode. Again, no uppercase later. This has nothing to do with the domain, it's just for the reference in Serverpilot. Now domain I will leave as IP address, and I'm gonna use WordPress name. Here I would type WordPress Linode user, Linode password, email. Okay, create app, and the WordPress is installed. Now if I go here and refresh it, it will open WordPress this time. Right, there you go, WordPress on Linode. So my website is up and running, it's ready. And if I need to redirect my domain, or if I need to host a domain on this site instead of using an IP address, I can do that. I just need to go to domain section and add domain here, valleyoflinks.com, and the domain is added. Now you also need to go to Linode and know the name server that you have to do. So in DNS manager, value of link is already there. Let's find the name server. It's ns1.linode.com, and you need to change that here in the domain registrar. Let's log into the domain registrar. Change it to ns2. This one will become ns3.linode.com, and this is ns4.linode.com. Update name server. Alright, now if I try to access the website from a different internet service provider or from a different location, it should bring the new one. Let's just connect and try to connect to United Kingdom. Okay, connected. Let's open value of links. It may take few minutes, as you know. I will try. Okay, let's go back here. This is the IP address actually. Okay, let's go to this option. The host name should be changed actually. Should be this one, because it was actually picking up the old IP address, of the old Linode where I was actually referring this domain to. So now it is the new IP address, and this should be correct. Let's go here. Okay, yep. So now let's try to open the website. Let's connect to Canada, different location. Try to load the website again. Or maybe I need to just remove the settings and then set it up again. And a domain zone, valley of links.com, and this is the Linode that I am, and master zone. Okay, and then we should be ready to go. Let's change the location. Let's try Japan. It's still referring to this IP address. It should now be referring to the right one. It may take a few minutes, but I'm sure it will work.
So that's exactly how the domain is actually pointed to the hosting, and you won't face such problem. It normally takes about an hour or two sometimes, because there is a TTL, time to live section in domain registrar, which actually tells the internet service provider to hold the value of that domain uh, server and the IP address for the domain name to its cache. So as long as this cache is valid, the it will still keep resolving to the last DNS address. So if you have any problem, you can just comment or ask question in the comment section below. And also at the bottom of this video, in the description, we have put in a sign up link for Linode. If you want, you can go through the link and it will give you a $10 credit from Linode.com, as long as the promotional offer is going on. And I appreciate for your time. Thanks for watching this video. Please click like and subscribe to our channel to get the latest news and updates. Thanks again. You have a wonderful day ahead.